How's everyone doing today? I'm talking about the latest Alien Earth episode, and all I'm gonna say is that big things are gonna be happening in the show. Apparently, the way the season ended, it seems like the synths, the hybrid synths, the children have taken control of the whole facility. They put their mommies and daddies in their timeout corner. So instead of them being grounded, they're doing the parenting reverse role of grounding their parents. So I thought that was pretty sick. They finally took control, and they finally slapped them in the face, be like, fuck off, you can't hurt us anymore, you can't do shit anymore to us. To be honest, watching the whole episode, I thought it was grand. I was expecting to complain about it or anything. Not really any complaints, although there is some, but there also is stuff that, like, the Xenomorph, yeah, he's still a piece of shit. He's still a doggy who likes to take orders from a robot. I don't really have much to say about Xenomorph. I already complained about Xenomorph in, like, my other couple of videos about it. He's still a dog. He's still some furry in a suit, He's still, like, just there. I just hated that shot. Oh, this shot actually kind of, like, made me cringe more. Made me do the fucking cringe more, like, there's this shot at the end of the episode where they're all, like, I don't fucking know. It's like they all have the boys in the cell. Boy Cavalier, Kirsch, Adam, the fucking bald bodyguard. That's always with Boy Cavalier. And then there's this, they're like all standing outside the cell, like the Avengers assemble, and then there's this shot of like the Xenomorph and its kid Xenomorph on the fucking cell. It's like staring at them like, oh, for God's sake. She has control of both of them. I'm like, oh fuck's sake, man. Jesus Christ. Like, there's this scene as well where the Xenomorph, she commanded the Xenomorph to go after the guards that are behind Boy Cavalier. I'm like, come on, man. They completely fucked the Xenomorph up. I'm not gonna. But yeah, there's things I liked about this episode. Probably my favorite scene in this episode, or probably my favorite scene in the series overall, is the fight we got between Kirsch and Morrow. Yeah, the cyborg. So after he escaped prison with the medic, the medic was in the same cell as him. The medic left, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, the medic said, oh yeah, I tend to people, I care for them," and then the cyber was just like, "Oh yeah, well you better go find those kids or else I'm gonna burn this whole place to the ground." I'm like, why did you let the medic walk away, bro? If you want to kill everyone in this facility, why did you let the main dude that's able to heal other motherfuckers just walk away and be like, "Oh yeah, no, I'll kill you later on. Don't like book an appointment to when you want to get stabbed to death. Yeah, I'll make sure I'll put in my logbook there." You just could have killed him then and there. Also, what sort of restraint was put on Morrow, bro? It's just like a big metal-ass tin can. I'm like, can't he like control it with his brain, like anything he wants his hand to turn into? So couldn't they turned it into like a really high temperature blowtorch or some shit and just melted his way out of the Heinz beans? Also, the tin can has barely any fucking security. It's just like, all he needed was just like a fucking little key for your school lockers to unlock that shit, and there you go, he's free now. He's grand. But anyway, we're leaving up to the fight. After Morrow escapes, he finds Kirsch doing his little experiment, doing his little elephant toothpaste activity in his room. So then Kirsch obviously censored him because he has like the Force. He's connected to the Force. The fucking Force demons told him, right, there's a big black man behind you with a gun. You better get ready. He got the message. So then he turns around, he tries to shoot Kirsch. Kirsch fucking blocks that shit with his arm because his arm's made from steel or something. Probably because he's a cyborg, so probably didn't do much damage. So they're having their scrap. It's going different ways, Gersh has him on the ground, and then fucking Morrow flips him. They're going to do flips. It ends with Morrow flipping Kirsch onto the ground to the point where he's bleeding. He's bleeding his synthetic cum, his PVA glue is all leaking out of his mouth. So then he starts talking about Henry or some shit. I don't know. He does this cliche movie evil monologue thing of, "Oh yeah, did you ever hear of Henry? He was like in a mine shaft, like in Minecraft, and he was digging, and he was competing with a robot." Why is he explaining this to Kirsch? He literally like whips out a gun and is about to shoot him as well. It's like, I'll never understand that in movies. It's like, why are you explaining something to someone? You're going to kill them. Like, are you going to have a conversation with the corpse later on? Like, when the corpse dies, are you going to start talking to it as well? It makes no sense. So then, when after Morrow's done, explaining his fucking Hard Henry lore to explain the Hard Henry lore to Kirsch, Kirsch just sort of takes the opportunity to grab his leg and floor him. Then he chokes him out, and Kirsch won, but barely, because he ended up being a cripple like Stephen Hawking. So then he's Slightly and the other black kid Morrow, Mini Morrow. I'm sorry, that's just racist, bro. But like trust me, Morrow and this other younger kid actually do like. I'm not even gonna lie. They basically get fucking held captive in their prison cell. I liked how I liked the Boy Cavalier's interaction with the alien with Theo Celis. I mean, it was grand, it was random, but I think it's cool that we got more insight into Boy Cavalier and what he's like. He does not give a shit about anyone but himself. His main goal, it sounds a bit stupid, but his main goal in the show was to have a conversation with someone that will blow his mind. He wanted his mind blown. Like, mate, you could get your mind blown if you just take a shotgun to your skull and pull the trigger. Like, that will work. You get the same result. Your mind would still be blown, you know? I think Theo Celis, I actually am interested to see what Theo Celis is going to do in the next season. I know they're going to be making like a second season or some shit. I wouldn't blame him if they cancelled it after season 1, because this show, in terms of where I put it, like how good it is so far, season 1, I'd be like, it's good, but I feel like the aliens are carrying it mostly. And there are some human characters I'm interested in. Yeah, I'm actually interested in how Theo Celis will be in season 2. You know, he controlled a dead corpse, so what is he gonna like show up back to the facility, be like, alright, everyone, fuck off, this is my gaff. Like, you know, I'm kind of interested in what he's gonna do. Theo Celis seems like an interesting alien to me. Also, there's another alien that we got introduced in this episode, which I think is he's grand. He's alright. I think it was the plant alien in one of the episodes, in the earlier episodes of season 1. It's like the flower plant, and in the background, one of the guards. This scene actually I'm not gonna use just to show us what the plant alien can do. It's actually just a showcase of how aggressive or how dangerous the plant alien is, because holy shit, it was just so stupid. So like there's these two guys, right? They're clearing out the fucking facility, and Prodigy, I think they're Wayland Yutani guards. So then there's these two guards in his room. They're just looking, right? And there's your one. So there's like a female guard that's standing underneath a fucking this big flower. It's actually like standing right above her, like the flower's actually dripping saliva off of her. So then the guard is actually looking at her and the flower, and he sort of just looks at her and doesn't say anything. He's like, oh yeah, there's a big giant mutated Manny implant above you. You wanna like do something about that? So then she gets eaten, and then she only starts firing when she gets eaten. Mind you, she literally saw what was above her. If I was her, if I seen a big fucking massive ass man-eating Venus flytrap, I've been like, brrr. I've been fucking spraying that shit like there's no tomorrow. I'm like, oh yeah, I get it's shock, but your brain has to kind of recognize you're in a life or death situation. If you don't move a muscle now, you won't be able to move any muscles anymore, because they're going to be inside a different area, So I thought that scene was pretty stupid. I'm really hoping, I have high hopes here, but I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm still hoping. Maybe there'll be less power armor in season 2? Maybe? Probably fucking not. No, I'm not. I'm willing to bet there isn't going to be. So yeah, that's cool. We got to see more aliens in this episode. I know that was pretty sick. We got to see the flower thing in action. I think it's pretty cool how it has its own, it has like its own stationary kind of pod form. Just they're like a good little sunflower, and then it can just get up and be mobile, like a sentient little shopping bag or some shit. That's what it looked like in the background. It's just a moving shopping bag. I'm like, okay. I mean, I think that's pretty sick. I'm also glad Slightly got his revenge. He finally got Morrow. I did not think he'd be getting Morrow. Or the cyborg. I'm just going to call him the cyborg. I don't know what his actual name is. I did not think he'd get the cyborg for basically gaslighting the shit out of him. Like, he manipulated Slightly. He's like, right, if you don't bring me this pet alien, I'm going to kill your parents. It's like a more fucked up version of, if you don't bring me a pet dog, I'm going to kill your dad. Like, if you don't get me a pet dog, I'm going to slaughter your entire family. So, yeah, I'm glad he got his revenge. And, I'm interested to see how the hybrid synthetics will run the whole facility. Also, there's another thing I forgot to mention. Well, Wendy has like a control over like the network in the facility, right? She has control over everything. Why the fuck should you just fuck shit up immediately? Like, she was letting them bitch her around. She's letting Boy Cavalier fucking wipe his ass with her, fucking using her like a dog, basically. Why did you not just use the technology? It's like, oh, this whole thing, she's scared, and I'm like, If I found out I could control the technology and manipulate the Saints, I wouldn't be scared. I'd fucking be like, hey, boy Cavalier, you want me to do something for you? How about you do something for me? Get on your hands and knees and start crying for your life, bro, yeah? Because I have your Saints under my control now. Like, the fact that you could... If I found out I could... Fuck, I spat there. If I found out I could control a Saint in a facility, I'd control that Saint, go over the boy Cavalier and fucking just snap him in two. Just like give him a nice old extreme chiropractic adjustment, no fucking refunds. Get fucked. So that's one thing that didn't make sense to me. And yeah, I really have nothing else to say about this episode. So yeah, hope you did enjoy this video. See you later.